So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Lane Loftus. I'm a Plexus ambassador, and I'm going to give you a short testimony, and then I'm going to give you a brief description of my favorite products that I use every single day. I guess it starts back almost a year ago whenever I started seeing Plexus posts on Facebook by a girl that I go to church with that I think a lot of. And she posted a lot consistently about this pink drink. And honestly, I've never bought into anything like that in my life. I've never taken more than a prenatal vitamin. So I really wasn't that interested in the beginning. But then it would just really intrigue me. And I would always find myself reading her testimonies. So fast forward about 8 or 9 months. And I had my third child in January of this year. He just turned 4 months old. Chasen is his name. And after having Chasen, I got home and everything was wonderful and good. And he's my third child. I have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a baby. So I was so excited. You know, we were told years ago that we weren't going to be able to have children. So having 3 children, I had so much to be happy about, and I was truly grateful just to have that. Didn't know I was going to get emotional. But anyway, so I was so happy to be able to have my dream come true on the outside, but for some reason I was so sad and so teary, and I cried a lot. And of course I didn't share that with anybody because I don't know if you know me at all. If you don't, I'm probably one of the happiest people you'll ever meet in your life. And I like to have fun, and I like to talk, and I like to, I enjoy people. I kind of know how to live, and I've always been able to do that easily. And it's always been easy for me to be happy. And I was having to try to be happy every single day. I was praying for God to get me to nap time because those kids were going to drive me up a wall. And I needed them to go to sleep before something really bad happened. I was going to lose my temper. I'm ashamed to say it, but I was at my wit's end as a mother and embarrassed about it and ashamed about it because being a mom is the only thing I've ever wanted in my entire life. One Sunday, Michael found me in Chasen's bedroom. I was rocking him and holding him and just crying. And he said, "What is wrong?" I said, "I don't even know." And I know all of us girls have those moments, but this was like a never-ending moment. And, I think he was kind of worried about me. And I was kind of worried about me because I have sad moments, but I get over it. I get right over that stuff. And I couldn't get over it. So anyway, looking back, I had postpartum depression, I believe, or the beginning stages of it. I don't know how bad it gets, but I know for me it was the worst I've ever felt in my life. Even when I prayed, I just didn't feel anything. I just felt nothing but sadness. So that was really bothersome to me. I hid it well from my kids, and I tried to put on my best for my family and my friends. But there was a Friday, I don't even remember what month because I'm really nervous right now. But there was a Friday a few months back, and I had probably one of the worst mom days. It was the worst mom day I've ever had. And the kids were being terrible. I mean, I didn't just make that part up. They were not obeying. They were doing everything. I've had their nice clothes on. They played in the mud, just normal stuff, but annoying stuff. And I just broke down. I just completely broke down. And I messaged my friend Deborah, and I asked one thing. My message, I think, said, "Does the pink drink give you energy?" Because I'm nursing Chasen. And I thought, well, what's wrong with me is I'm tired. I'm just too stinking tired to think. And I can't function because I'm not sleeping. And I'm so tired. So that's all that I thought was wrong with me. I wasn't depressed. That's stupid. I didn't even believe in depression. And I wasn't unhealthy. I mean, I feel healthy. I, feel like I do good. The only thing was wrong is I was just really tired. So I needed some energy. So that's what I asked her. Will this give me energy? And she said, yes. And I said, okay, well, how much is it? And she told me how much it was. And I said, well, shoot, I just don't know. Moms shouldn't be spending money on themselves when there's so many other things that are more important than ourselves, right? So she offered to give me a 3-day sample, and I gladly took it. And I started it on Sunday. She gave it to me at church. I started it that day and took it for 3 days. The first drink, I thought, well, this tastes pretty stinking good. I was shocked because healthy things taste like crap usually. It was good. So I thought, well, this is a good start. But then I didn't feel that like boost of energy. I'm a Monster drinking, Red Bull drinking kind of girl. And that wasn't happening. So I thought, well, it's just another fad. This isn't going to work. But I had 3 days, so I thought I'm going to do the 3 days. So the second day, I noticed I didn't need a nap at 2 o'clock, like once I got the kids down, which was the first time since Jason had been born. So I thought, well, maybe this has something to it. And then by the third day, I thought, oh, crap, I really don't want to go a day without this. It might be doing something. So I ordered that night. And I ordered at the most expensive rate that you can get it, which is stupid, just FYI, not the smartest decision I ever made. But I had way too much pride to tell anybody that I was doing this. I struggle with having too much pride in areas like that. And I didn't want anybody to know. I wasn't going to talk about it on Facebook. Sure as heck wasn't going to be doing what I'm doing tonight, right now. But anyway, so I ordered it. But I didn't want to run out. So I asked Deborah, can you supply me until my order gets here? I was that desperate. I was just that desperate. And she did. And 2 weeks later, I was so bubbling with thankfulness that I cried multiple times of happiness. Like I felt like I was finding myself again, like who I was as, a girl. And like I would run places, like run to the car, and not just to be a good mom, because I felt like running to the car. And I swallowed my pride, and I shared on Facebook what this drink had done for me. And like I said, I wasn't an ambassador. I didn't sell it. I didn't even know what it did. I just know that I felt good. That's it. That's all I knew. And I shared on Facebook my story, and because I wanted other moms to know that sometimes we look at each other and think, oh, she's really got it going on. And none of us have it going on. We're all just a hot mess or an ugly mess, depends on the day. Either way, we're a mess. And I just wanted to be real, just to connect with other moms. It really had nothing to do with selling Plexus. Well, that night I became an ambassador, like around midnight, because my phone was blowing up with other moms that related to my story, and they needed that energy. And so I decided, well, dadgum, I need to be an ambassador so I can help people and make money doing it. And God has completely changed my life since then. I am happier than I've ever been, because for the first time in my life, I really am healthy. I thought I was before, but I didn't even know what it meant like to feel healthy. And now I do. So that's my short testimony. I really don't even know how it went because I'm nervous. Like I said, this is very new to me. I'm just doing the best that I can at getting the word out about this because it's changed my life. So I'm going to go over my favorite 4 products with you and just give a brief description of what they do and why they are very essential to us. A lot of women like myself don't think that they need anything. Especially people who work out and exercise and eat all the right stuff. I didn't do any of that, but there's a lot that do. But even our soil isn't like deficient in minerals. It's not how God created it to be. So we are all deficient in some area. And so Plexus really is for everybody, and it can do different things for each person. So what I started out with is the pink drink, which is actually called Slim. And it comes in a little package like this. And I hate that they call it Slim because a girl in my upline, Krista, she struggled with being underweight, and it helps her balance her weight. So it's not only for weight loss. If there's weight that needs to be lost, that will happen, but it's not just for that. What Slim does is it comes in a little package like this, 30 of these, and you just mix it in water. What it does, what its purpose is to balance out your blood sugars. I didn't even know what that meant when I started out on this. But what it means is it was made for diabetics. So what it does is it breaks down the sugars inside of you. Okay, so it breaks down your sugars, which is going to give you energy, which is going to give you weight loss. It's going to burn fat, but not muscle. So a lot of people see themselves lose inches and not pounds in the beginning. So don't be discouraged if you start on this and a week later you haven't lost any weight. It's just because you're losing the inches. You're burning the fat, but not the muscle. So Plexus Slim is our staple product. It's what I recommend to everybody. The energy that you have is not a boost of energy. It's an energy that's a natural, long-lasting, every single day, set up to sundown energy, the way God created us to feel, in my opinion. So the next product that I use every single day is the ProBio5. It's a probiotic. There's 1,000 probiotics on the market. Obviously, this is the best one. What our probiotic does is it goes in and it rids our body of yeast and bacteria that shouldn't be there. So God put yeast and bacteria in our bodies that's supposed to be there. And then what we have done throughout our lives by eating junk and by taking antibiotics, the antibiotics go in and kill the sickness, but they also go in and kill the good and bacteria and yeast that we're supposed to have. And so what probiotic does is it goes in and it's going to break off the bad yeast and the bad bacteria, and it's going to replenish you with the good yeast and good bacteria. Candida is a yeast that I recently learned about, and Candida is overgrown in most of us, and what it feeds off of is sugar and carbs. So how many people crave sugar and carbs? Like, I was a chocoholic, and you can ask my husband. Before this, I would eat chocolate in the middle of the night. Promise you, every single night. I had all my whole life group, all my best friends. I'm not making this up. I got up in the middle of the night and had Dove chocolate for months, until I started Plexus. This probiotic has taken away those cravings. It is amazing how good I feel from that. And it also helps with bathroom issues. You can ask me more details about that later. And speaking of bathroom issues, we have a bio cleanse. So when people cleanse, they think that they're going to have to poop all day. But guess what? That's not what this does. It's a very gentle cleanse. It's going to go in, and it's going to gently cleanse your intestines. Your probiotic goes in, and it's going to break up all that bad bacteria and yeast. But we don't want that floating around in our intestines. The BioCleanse goes in there, and it flushes it out. My favorite thing about BioCleanse that I just learned, and I'm so pumped about it, I didn't even know before I started it oxygenates our cells. Okay, well, that meant that to me because I'm not a scientist. But I learned that cancer and diseases cannot live in oxygen. They cannot live in oxygen. And that's what this is doing for us. It's oxygenating our cells. So how cool is that? It's flushing out all the bad crap, and it's oxygenating our cells, and that is going to give you even more energy. So this is why I wanted energy, and so I have all kinds of energy, and all of these work together to give you the best results. So my last product that I absolutely love, especially being a nursing mother, is the X Factor vitamin. The X Factor is made with aloe, and it helps your body to absorb over 300% more and better of the nutrients that you're taking in. So all these things that you're taking, the X Factor is going to help your body absorb it more. I was taking a prenatal vitamin that was more than double the price of this because I'm retarded, and I just thought, well, if it's expensive, that means it's the best thing, And I have felt so much better since being on this vitamin. My milk supply has increased. Not to give too much information. I don't know if there's any men on this call, but I'll shut up about that. It's good for nursing mothers. And just about all of us take some kind of a multivitamin, some vitamin or prenatal, some kind of supplement or vitamin. And this is the absolute best. In my opinion, the absolute best, because you're going to get all the vitamins you get in a multivitamin, except for you're going to actually absorb it over 300% more than you would. You know, like when you take vitamins and you pee yellow or orange, that doesn't happen with this because your body is actually taking it all in. So this is called the Fab4. The Slim, the BioCleanse, and the Probiotic all come together in a package deal called Triplex. I 1000% recommend starting on that. If you have to choose, that is what I would start on. It's a 60-day money-back guarantee. They don't just make that up. They would really do that. But what's so cool is that less than 1% actually return it and get their money back, and that's because it works. If it's not working, it's because we're not doing it right. I have had, my sister-in-law was not getting the results that she wanted, and so I had her take the Candida quiz, which I would be happy to send to any of you. And her Candida level, which is the yeast I spoke about before, was crazy high. And if you looked at her, she's the healthiest, funkiest little thing you've ever seen in your life. But she was full up of Candida. So we had to switch up her regimen to make it work for her. So the product works. You have to use it right. You have to drink a lot of water, which you should do if you never take anything from Plexus in your life. We need to drink a lot of water. But that's what I just want to recommend to you guys is the Triplex. I started with just eat, drink only and quickly realized I wanted to do the Triplex too. So anyway, whoever invited you, I would love for you to get with them and they can follow up with you and they can tell you how to get on this product. You absolutely have nothing to lose. It's a 60-day money-back guarantee. Do it for me because I want to see every single person that I know and love to feel how I feel and to be blessed like I have been blessed by this. There's so much to it that I didn't speak of tonight, but if you have any questions or if you have anything going on in your health that you would like help with, ask us if Plexus could help with that because we have other products too that I didn't go into tonight. So anyway, I'm really happy you guys are here. I just want to say a little prayer and then I'll go ahead and end the meeting, okay? Heavenly Father, I just thank you for every single person here tonight. I thank you, God, for bringing this into my life. Lord, I just pray your hand of protection, your hand of favor upon every single one of us, Lord. I just pray, Lord, that if Plexus is something for any of those joining tonight, Lord, that you open up their minds and their hearts and their finances, Lord, to where they can do this, God. God, I love you. You're awesome. You're mighty. You're wonderful. In Jesus' name, amen. Bye, y'all. Thank you for joining. Follow up with me. Those of you I invited, and I'll send you a sample. Bye.